Okay, let's see if we can get started here. Okay, let's see if we can get started. I am streaming with the microphone today because we are in the midst of a playoff push, so figured I'd want to do some commentary for that. And yeah, might as well. So, okay, what do we want to do here? We're in the playoff picture here. We are the fourth best team in the AFC, but let's see how close we actually are here. The seventh team is the Ravens, and they have the same record as us at 7-6. So we kind of can't really afford to lose any games. We've got the Raiders, the Chiefs, and the Bengals coming up. In from the deep, but I guess we'll throw it short. I kind of don't want to go throw it short. I kind of want to just go run inside. Um, yeah. Got a couple of upgrades before we get into the game. It's Javon Ford. We'll go physical on him. Let's do catching traffic is nice. And we'll play the full game. We're playing the full games here in this season. Mostly. I mean, we had a couple where we got down really bad.
It's week 15 of the 2030 season, and we'll be watching the Browns' sure-handed tight end, who's closing in on 1,000 yards receiving on the year.
We're going to get the ball to start, which I typically don't like.
We are underway here in Las Vegas.
LeBlanc on the return. And he will get it to the 28.
Yards shy of the 30. So here come the Browns for their first drive on offense. And leading them out there, we get a look at their 6'3" quarterback.
Would you say that last week's performance?
Ryan Clayton, who's thrown for 3,000 yards so far.
One touchdown, one pick, but obviously a loss.
We can start off with a mistake here.
All he cares about is how do we find a way to win the game. Maybe he leans on a few other parts of the offense, and hopefully springs a receiver or two free.
And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete.
Of course, Smith is still injured. We have a couple of injuries still on this team here.
Up the middle they go. Reese, and he'll get it out near the 40.
Actually, let's go ahead and take a look at the injury report. We're missing Jaden Smith, who's we're gonna get back next week from broken ribs, as well as Aleem McNeil. We're gonna get back. Our left guard Jake Robertson, we're not gonna get him back for a couple more weeks, and then John Phelps. We're kind of just hoping to get back for the playoffs.
They'll get 3 as
we can make some kind of a push. We might get him back then, but
back to throw.
We're gonna have to
He finds his man complete. It's
Be careful defensively without him.
These are his numbers from last
We
week's
get Lee
contest.
McNeil back next week,
7
though, so
catches, 68 yards.
That was a nice job there pulling that one in. Now this is an
too worried about our
spread
defense.
the ball around a bit, and this is a guy the defenses had better focus on.
2nd and 5.
Let's start out to
Quickly
release.
here, and that's complete. 2 yards on the pickup there, and now we've got a 3rd and 4.
Well, you get a look at their key inactives for this week's game, and Charles, clearly you don't want to have any of these guys unavailable, especially when you're where they're at fighting for a playoff spot.
I agree, because the postseason is on the line. So you've got to overcome
This could just be a throw to Collins.
And the only way to do that, the guys
It's going to go as the first
have to
down.
step up. What's that mantra in the NFL? Next man up. This is their opportunity.
They'll look to throw again.
Quick throw to Townsend. We're going to get 5.
So 5 yards here.
Mixing the run game a little bit.
And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Of course, ever since we traded
Now a handoff up the middle.
James Vance, we've had Reese at running back. Grant Reese, yeah. And he's not bad. He's not a bad running back, but he's more of a receiving back.
The football short here on 3rd down.
Townsend. He's going to get enough for the first.
First down as he's able to get about 3 that time on 3rd and inches.
Go with the touch pass here to Metcalf. And of course, this is DK Metcalf, but this is like way past his prime. You know, not, you know, heavily regressed DK Metcalf. He's
They could certainly use a win.
Yeah, no doubt about that. There's a difference
He's not
between a losing stretch.
the same player he used to be, I guess is what I'm trying to say.
They're not playing their best football, but if they were to fall here, and now you're looking at going 4 games without a win, things can start compounding themselves pretty quickly from this point forward.
Back to throw now on 1st down.
Another 3rd to Townsend.
It's complete. It's Townsend. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Ball at the 6 here as they work with a 2nd and 2.
Looking to throw. Clayton. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, Brandon, we see why it's a team game there, because there's a sigh of relief that they just released defensively. If he's able to get that one away, that's likely a touchdown. But instead, that pressure from the front got to him and forced the incompletion.
You're right. He had him open just a split second.
Ford getting us to 4th and inches here. We're good quarterback blast. Burn it right up the middle for a touchdown on 4th and inches. Touchdown, Ryan Clayton.
A 4-yard touchdown scamper.
And the Browns are
We will kick the extra point.
Moody good
Extra
with the
point's
extra
good.
point.
And it's now a 7-0 game. That one was an extended drive. 14
Townsend's
plays
hurt.
all
He's
told.
got
And it results in a 4-yard
ACLs.
touchdown run.
So following the touchdown.
So it's going to be Collins the rest of the way, it looks like. That's part of the reason we re-signed him. So we could have a competent backup tight end.
So now it's the Raiders' turn to go on offense for the first time. And they'll be led out by their 8th-year quarterback.
And he ought to have a lot of
Thinking about re-signing. They got Will Levis at quarterback. I don't know how that happened.
Exactly as you want him to
14
play if you're a
touchdowns,
coach.
5 picks.
3 touchdown passes, 0 interceptions, which usually means you're making a lot of right decisions out there.
And got him the win.
Levis looking to throw. Over the middle, hooks up with a tight end, Bowers.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Levis to throw it.
There's a sack for Simpson.
Trenton Simpson.
That'll bring up 2nd
That
and
is sack
16.
number 6 now for him on the year. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16.
Levis.
Oh, that's caught. How did he catch that?
And all the way down to the 24-yard line. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. The slot man in motion right. Here's Levis. Throw left side complete. That's Parks. It'll be a gain of 5, and that will bring up 2nd down. Toss play. This is Eric Dickerson. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. Only a yard on the pickup.
3rd and 3, chance to force a field goal.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
Obviously, they're going to throw the ball. And they're into the end zone. Pretty quick drive there from the Raiders. They tie things up.
And the Raiders are able to match the opening drive touchdown against them with one of their own. The extra point splits the uprights, and we are tied at 7.
If we can at least go into halftime ahead,
That time a 6-play
I think we'll be okay.
And it ends with a Las Vegas touchdown.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored 7-7.
The injuries are starting to pile up, though.
And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. This offense making its way back out, led by their running back.
Let's just go inside zone
He's
here
been
on
a tough
first
guy
down.
to contain this year, and his numbers reflect that, as you can see right here.
They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
You look at this Raiders defense.
They come into this one way down at number 23 against the run of the NFL.
And the focus now is making sure that they're hitting on all cylinders as they head into the playoffs. And that means they've got to stop the run better, because playoff football often means running football. So they've got to be prepared for that.
Yeah, they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
7-7 at the end of 1.
All tied after 1.
You suck. I mean, probably. I probably suck at the game. I suck at defense anyway.
The start of the 2nd quarter, and it's the Browns in control of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Up the middle they go.
Gonna hand it off here.
That's a pretty strong running there, as he'll take this across the 50 and down to the 44.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10.
So we are in the midst of a playoff push. We're currently...
Operating from the gun. Clayton.
We are currently the 4th best team in the AFC.
Inside the 30. The escapability in evidence there is that.
But the difference between us and the 7th team is basically the tiebreaker. So
Handoff up the middle. Reese.
And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be 2nd down.
gonna go back to the screen play here.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete.
Just gonna duck out of bounds. Try to avoid a big hit there.
Good for 17 yards, and now they've got it 1st and goal. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. Yeah, this play doesn't
Reese
go
isn't
anywhere.
gonna get anything on that play.
Losing yardage to the 11. So they get pushed back to the 11, and here's 2nd and goal.
Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here.
And he'll fight his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. After getting stuffed on 1st down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there.
We'll settle for 3. It's fine.
And it brings up 4th down. And this one is right through.
Probably not the best play calling there once we got into the 1st and goal situation.
With 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to
Probably shouldn't have gone with the outside run and the jet touch pass.
Right? A PAT, that's number 1.
We'll take our
Field goal
points.
you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case,
Try to
they'll
play
take the
some
field
okay
goal and
defense
get
here.
prepared for the rest of the game.
I mean, we're going up against Will Levis. It shouldn't be
Now Levis.
too bad, hopefully, but
He'll get the tight end Bowers involved there.
And he takes
they do
us
have
up to
Brock
the 40-yard
Bowers.
line before being corralled. Back to throw, it's Levis. That's complete to his receiver, Bateman. So the completion gets him just a yard, and it's second down. Levis back to throw. That's into the hands of his tight end, Bowers. And he'll take this to the
Caught by Brock Bowers again. He found enough space there.
Levis from the gun. He'll get this complete to the rookie.
Another catch at the sideline.
He's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Inside give to
a handoff. They'll get a yard.
Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35. From the 35, here's 2nd and 9. They run straight ahead with Corum. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5.
Just took it right up the middle. There's a lot of open space there.
On 1st and goal, they'll try the option left. And maybe the wrong read there as he's going to go down immediately. Back at the 5-yard line now, 2nd and goal. So after some runs, now they'll throw with Levis. Looking
So they were just throwing the fade there. And
they're putting together a drive here in the final minutes of the half, but the coverage has been tight all game.
just wasn't anything there.
Certainly want to keep them up the scoreboard.
3rd and goal from the 5. We can maybe force a field goal here. It's incomplete. And they are going to settle for a game-tying field goal.
Team here is the Raiders. Will try for 3. This a fairly straightforward 22-yard short attempt. And his kick is
obviously it's good. I mean, he was never going to miss it.
So a long drive gets him down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle
Got
for just the field goal.
2 minutes to try to come down and score.
Maybe they were a yard closer. That would have made their decision tougher, and I think they
hopefully a
would have
touchdown.
gone for it. But in this situation,
But it's not going to work. Hood with a great return. Thought he was going to be gone there, but takes it back to the 33.
Well, that return gives them a golden opportunity to go out in front. How will the defense respond after giving up that type of a return?
And he works his way
I'll
forward
hand this
to
ball
pick
off to
up 4
Reese and take it
yards
to the
there,
2-minute
second
warning.
down. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game.
Pretty good
And
stick
they'll work from
here.
the 29 on 2nd and 6. Back to throw. Clayton.
Reese going to drop the ball.
Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. They haven't made much of this great starting field position they had. Here's 3rd and 6. Operating from the gun. Clayton.
Tried to throw it to Burke. It's a terrible pass.
And the Raiders are going to have it here.
And it's picked
They'll
off.
start at their own 24-yard line.
Just kind of overthrew it a little bit.
Working from the gun. Here's Levis. He finds his man. Complete. It's Parks. Just
Wouldn't be me playing if I didn't throw an interception.
It'll be 2nd down. They'll set up to throw.
Stills with a sack. We're going to call timeout.
Sack. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts. So as they talk it over,
3rd and 18 with a minute left. I would expect them to just run the ball here.
The middle. Here's Dickerson.
Call another timeout.
The Browns signal for the 2nd of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head.
So the interception really just going to cost us our timeouts there.
And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. And taken right at the 35.
A few yards on the return.
After getting this one across the 40. It's a 45-yard punt, then 8 on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. They go back to the air here after the
Throwing it short to Collins.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
Hurry up here.
With that clock rolling. Looking to throw. Clayton.
Going deep to Collins again.
Field by Collins. And he'll go
Down to the 14-yard line.
15-yard line. 33 yards that time.
Couple of nice catches there by Collins. We're going to look to go to him again here.
Back to throw. Clayton. That's complete. It's Collins.
Collins with the touchdown.
Into the end zone for a Browns touchdown.
It's going to give us a halftime lead. More than likely, I don't think they're going to score in 29 seconds, even though they have their timeouts.
So they get their tight end away from the line to the outside, and he works his way in for 6.
Tight ends are not just blockers anymore. I don't know how many more times we need examples, but here's a great one. Gets to the outside, they give him the ball pretty quickly, and they trust him to get those extra yards, and boy, did he come through, bowling his way into the end zone after the nice catch.
One final goal for this offense here in this first half.
And kind of a must-win game for us here.
An incomplete, a drop there in the middle.
Making this playoff push.
That'll bring up second down. They'll drop to throw. He finds his man, complete. It's Parks. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go.
Got past the coverage there. The big gain down to the 33.
Drop to throw. And complete on the right side to Bennett. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to one remaining here as we
13 seconds to go, one timeout.
And Levis going back to the air.
Kind of doubt they're going to do anything here other than maybe kick a field goal. They're going to actually try to score here.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
Again, he'll drop to throw.
They're looking to the end zone. It's incomplete. Now they're going to line up and kick the field goal. I'll take that. Gave up a big play there, and still going to go into halftime with the lead.
This lead back down to 4 now. It's 17-13. So yes, they'll still be down going into intermission, but the deficit is now made even smaller, very manageable.
Yeah, and if nothing haywire happens here in his last couple of precious seconds, they will go into the locker room with a nice bounce in their step.
You could try to take a shot here to Burke.
On the scoreboard.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. And from this spot in the field, nowhere to go here. He lost the football, and he will be able to recover this.
Almost a disaster there.
Here, but that will be how this first half
lucky that wasn't picked up in return.
So. And it's the visiting Browns.
Well, we're
that
in
could
the
have
latter
been
stages of this season. Everybody's getting
absolutely
antsy, so antsy that we're going to
disastrous.
skip the halftime and get ready for the third quarter.
It's going to be Raiders ball.
Now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon, set and ready to rock for the third quarter.
17-13.
And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
Out comes the Raiders offense. They'll go on offense first to start quarter number 3.
This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't.
I like the way we're playing. I don't like the way the defense is playing, I'll be honest. Giving up a lot of big plays to Brock Bowers.
Was in the passing game, and to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that
we play zone, we play man, we give up big plays. It's a quarterback draw.
They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Dickerson.
Part of the reason our defense is playing so bad is because of the injuries.
But you got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball.
I mean, we've got
they were in a second and long
one of our
situation. It seemed pretty dire,
best defensive tackles out of this game.
with that run.
And then our stud safety, who's really good, was injured for quite a while.
And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out.
So definitely doesn't help. We've got players playing out of position.
Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Bennett. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
Running it with Dickerson. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage.
Definitely not how we want it.
Here's 2nd and 10. And they'll send the slot in motion left. He'll get an opportunity with it on the touch.
He just kind of hesitated there.
By the secondary. They come up to stop
allowed us to make the tackle
before it can even get back to the line.
Had plenty of room, just
Levis out of the gun on 3rd
didn't
down.
really get off there. And now throwing it into the end zone again.
Brock Bowers, a 12-yard
They're going to take a 3-point lead here.
The Raiders have taken the lead as they go right down the field and score on the opening drive of the second half.
8 plays, 75
Extra point
yards.
right down the middle, and that gives them a 3-point lead. On as the Raider kickoff unit now as they
The important thing here now is just to not turn the ball over.
And he's up across the
So it gets to
25
28.
and down at the 28. The Browns offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. Remember, he called his own number on the touchdown run earlier, and that's something he's been able to do with some frequency this season. As you see,
Burke is open. We'll get it to Burke.
Quarterbacks. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Up the middle they go. Reese.
They said earlier that
45-yard line. 2nd down and 3.
this Raiders team is not good against the run, so
Looking to throw.
they look to take advantage of that.
And he rifles one incomplete. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's a perfect word for it, precise. Because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield.
I'm actually going to go for this. I don't know.
Once on 4th down earlier.
That's a good idea, bro. That's what we're going to do. Burke with the sure hands, catching them in traffic.
Taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage.
Gives us the 1st down.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw.
Reese going to break a tackle. He's going to have a big gain down at the 23.
Plenty of shouts from this crowd as they watch the replay. They want a challenge, and they're going to.
I guess they were trying to say he stepped out of bounds, but
that's going to cost him the first of his time.
yeah, he definitely didn't. So
they'll run on 1st down.
give it to him up the middle.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
2nd and 4.
For Collins here.
Got his man complete over the middle. It's Collins. 68 yards receiving now for him in the game. And a 1st down on that last catch as well. Now a handoff up the middle. Reese. And a pickup of about 4 down inside the 10 to the 8-yard line.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line.
Oh, partner, just a second earlier, and they might have had him because they certainly thought they were going to close in and drop him behind the line of scrimmage, but he had just
Throwing
enough
it to
time.
Reese. Reese has another touchdown.
A 5-yard touchdown.
Is that his first? I think that's his first touchdown. Grant Reese with his first touchdown.
Very strong first drive in the second half.
Obviously, we'll take the extra point, make it a 4-point game.
And they were pretty purposeful there, weren't they? Measured in their approach. But boy, they executed awfully well, moving the ball down the field.
So after the made field goal by Moody, he's back out to kick this one away. Well, now how about this return?
A really good return there from the Raiders.
Almost got it to the 45. Officially, they'll call him down at the 44.
And we've got to put a stop to
the
Will
offense
Levis.
for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. As this offense comes back out here, Charles, they're trailing in this ball game. And they've been on the sideline for a while. They did score their last time out, but
He's going to get sacked. That's a loss of 7.
Drive, so we'll see if they can shake the rust off.
Yeah, and that's always a question that you have when you have to come off the bench after having sat there for a long time. Are you ready to go? Are you loosened up? But even more so, are you mentally
They'll get
alert
4
and
of
ready to
it
put your
back
best
here.
product out there?
And not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage.
That's going to take us to the end of the third. We're up 24 to 20.
The 4th quarter here in week 15.
And we are going to get the ball back with a chance to run some clock.
It's Raider football here, but they're on the short side of the scoreboard right now as we begin the 4th. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. The Browns offense heading out as we take a look at the playoff.
We're going to go
chew
clock here.
They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition.
He's going to run behind the fullback here.
A little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is, do all the things that you're taught.
He's got a first down.
Out the game. Don't even let that become an issue.
Yeah, but still a one-possession game. This one not fully over yet. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line.
66 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. Ball spotted at the 45. Here's 2nd down and 3. Metcalf motions left.
They'll keep it on the ground. Reese. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line.
4 yards the pickup. 1st down.
Obviously, we're trying to score a touchdown on this drive, but
stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain.
The more clock we can run, the more we can shorten this game.
And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 30.
The more we can keep the ball out of the hands of the Raiders.
1st down.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there, and on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing, in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
Just trying to keep the ball out of their hands.
Where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're
Running the ball's been working pretty well.
At this stage, you have to take a few chances as well. Well, praise has to go to the guys.
Just mostly keeping the ball on the ground.
Very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
All runs on this
Under
drive
4
so
minutes to go
it's
now.
1st and 10. Up the middle they go. Reese. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
And his fine afternoon on the ground continues. That last run going to put him over 100 yards for the ball game.
Reese with 100 yards, a lot of it coming on this drive.
Now a handoff up the middle. Reese.
Enough for the first down there.
Inside of the 10 at the 11.
Might put the ball in the air here.
The drive continues. It's a 1st down.
Probably looking for Reese again, though.
Up here and look to throw.
There's another receiving touchdown for Reese. That's going to give us a 2-possession. It's going to put a lot of pressure on the Raiders with just over 2 minutes to go.
And the Browns look like they're going to get
Took
back
6 minutes off the
as
clock.
they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. So here's Moody back out there now to send this one away.
Grant Reese showing his receiving ability there.
And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
The Raiders offense.
A win here would have us feeling a lot better about our playoff chances headed into a game.
Yeah, the script really is flipped for them. The momentum on the other sideline, and now they have to try and battle back from a 2-score deficit.
He finds his man complete. That's Bowers.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Time becoming a factor, down 2 scores, though they have 2 timeouts and, of course, the 2-minute warning to work with as well.
Still's going to get the sack.
And he goes down.
And that's going to take us to the 2-minute warning.
It looks like a loss of right around 11 there on 1st down to set him back on 2nd.
Throwing on second and long. Levis.
Stills with another half a sack
And
there.
down he goes again. A big play needed, no doubt. Third and long.
Batted away by Martin Emerson. 4th and 34.
And this has to be a first down or a touchdown, or this game's over.
Desperation time now. Here's Levis.
Throwing it short. There's a broken tackle, but not going to get anywhere near the first down.
Well short of a first.
They do have 3 timeouts. I expect they might use them here.
Excellent field position. And he'll take this ahead for about 4.
Or they have 2 timeouts, I'm sorry.
Now a timeout.
Thought they had all 3,
the
but
defense, as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. He's going to get it again. Just looking to get
first down ends the game.
Now the Raiders going to burn their 3rd and final timeout, as he'll get it with still 1:20 left to go in the game. Here comes 3rd down and 7. They'll keep it on the ground. Reese, and he will not get what he needed as he stopped short of the first down at around
They
the
want us to
22.
go for it here. I'm
This offense
in
2
favor
for
of
2
doing that.
converting on these thus far, so why not try again here on 4th down? They'll go for it. They'll run it with Jones. And he will have a Browns first down. It has been a struggle, but it's looking like that.
We could take a knee here. Don't really even need to.
The Browns in victory formation now as they take the knee. So Cleveland able to come away with the victory here, and they were spurred on by a strong performance in that 4th.
Will Levis played a really good game. 20 for 25, 277, 2 touchdowns. Ryan Clayton played a pretty good game too, 23 for 28. Not as many yards, but 3 touchdowns and a pick. Rushing, Grant Reese, 23 attempts for 118 yards. Did have 98 yards receiving on top of that and 2 touchdowns. Collins had a receiving touchdown.
And they will head back home next week.
I want to take a look at the
Raiders,
defense as
their
well.
slim playoff hopes are gone now as they fall to 5-9. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next
3
week as they
sacks
head
for
to
Steven
Indianapolis
Stills.
to take on the Colts.
Looks like they gave him that whole sack for himself. Rasheem Hines with a sack. Trenton Simpson with a sack. Obviously no picks. No forced fumbles. There were no turnovers in this game, but the sacks did really help. Ended a couple of drives. We're taking on the Chiefs next. They are 10-4. If we look at the playoff picture, we're still in that 4th spot because we are currently leading the division. Kind of need to win this game against the Chiefs. We do still have games against the Bengals and the Steelers, so this is a game we can not really afford to lose, but at the same time, if we can go out and beat the Bengals and the Steelers the next 2 weeks, we can more than likely still make the playoffs. I'm probably going to go chew clock early here. Try to shorten this game. Try to keep the ball out of Patrick Mahomes' hands.
It's week 16 of the NFL, and we'll
Jake Moody now ready to get this one started. And here we go.
It is a home game.
As this at the 6. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. So here come the Chiefs, taking the field for their first drive of the game. Leading them out, someone who Brock I think needs less introduction
37
than
touchdowns
in
to
the
only
NFL
3
today.
picks,
It's
nearly.
Patrick Mahomes.
He may close in on 4,000 yards.
All week long, and I know he isn't the only guy out there. There's 11 on the side on every play. A couple of interceptions.
Got to leave McNeil back.
Self-accountable. A lot of work's gone into making sure this week's game is an improvement on that.
He's only going to manage to get back to the line. Stopping that play, Trenton Simpson. No progress on first down, and that'll bring up 2nd and 10.
They're going to run it 2 plays in a row.
And he'll be met near the line to limit the gain to a yard.
And really get nothing. So now you definitely expect them to pass it here. We're going to press. We're blitzing. And they throw it short of the sticks to make the tackle. So.
Kansas City sends out its punt team.
Again, probably going to go 2 clock pretty early here.
Out of him in last week's loss as he sends this away. And a nice
little bit of a return.
A little further up past their own 30. So here are the Browns.
Try to shorten this game. Try to keep the ball out of Patrick Mahomes' hands.
Chance to see someone still in the early stages of their career. This 3rd-year QB.
More interceptions than touchdowns for Ryan.
Like great point guards, and much like we measure point guards in basketball with the assist to turnover ratio, and you love a 3-to-1 assist to turnover ratio that will win you ball games. Same with quarterbacking. 3 touchdowns, 1 pick.
Smith is back this week as well.
And his first pass falls incomplete. Broken up by a big guy at the line. And now they face 2nd down. Pass play now. This finds Smith. He's got to gain a 6 there. Something he does so well. Nick Bolton making the stop. 3rd and 4 coming up now. Dropping back to throw. That's caught for the first. And they
putting Reese in motion there and just getting into him over the middle.
Here's 1st and 10 from the 34. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside.
He's going to pick up 6 on his first carry. Had 118 last week on 23 rushes, which, I mean, is not bad.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Back-to-back carries here. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
Okay, this is why coaches across all levels of football harp on the importance of good, fundamental tackling, not just to hear themselves talk. It's to make sure that when one of their guys has a chance to bring down a running back, they're able to do it and
4
keep
more
those
yards.
plays from going any further.
2nd and 6 coming up here. They give it to him again. And he's stopped down at the 16 after a small gain. Here they come. This is 3rd and 5.
Of course, Townsend is back for this game. He was out
They'll throw it.
last week
He
with
has the first over the middle.
an injury left in the middle of the game, but he's okay now.
Well, we see the medical staff headed out there now. We're going to get a timeout as they handle an injured player. Not what you want to see so close to the end of the season. They'll try and punch it in.
Reese going to get into the end zone.
Runs it in for the Cleveland touchdown.
We have the lead here against the Chiefs early.
First drive and get the game's first points. Moody knocks that extra point through. And the Browns will jump out to a 7-0 lead. For the offense, you gotta love it, Brock. Points to begin the game as he runs it in.
Can't help but think, though, the reason we stopped the Chiefs the last time is because they ran the ball on first and second down. Don't expect them to do that again.
But to do it this early and get out of the way, big time.
Drive starts out with a 1st and 10.
They're gonna hand it off again, though.
And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
Now, don't think for a second they're going to slow down the tempo. Defense on their heels. And right now is the best chance to go push that envelope and get aggressive.
Going to the ground again on first. And they limit the damage just a few yards on that gain. Chopping that play, Trenton Simpson. A look at his numbers on the ground from last week here.
They're loving the ground game so
now,
far.
7 to go.
Patrick Mahomes has only thrown one pass so far in this game.
From the 48.
I'll throw it again here.
Hauled in left side.
And okay.
Down to the 10. And he's in for the kick.
Missed the tackle, and that's a touchdown.
The Chiefs reach pay dirt for the first time this game. That one right down the middle. And the Chiefs tie this game 7-7.
Might consider going for 2 at some point. We can get into the end zone again.
And pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. The Browns, and they're running.
Let's go with this
back,
orbit cross screen here.
And you can see he's
It's
valued
another
well
play I
beyond
really
his work
like.
just as a runner. He's leading NFL backs in receiving touchdowns late in this season. Gets it to him on the screen. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a first down. They really don't care what the split is between ground and him as a receiver. The important part for their offense, Brock, is just getting this dude touches.
Yeah, just like those hoopers you see, right? When they are on fire, get him the ball. Whatever it takes, you're going to find a way to devise a scheme to get it to him, and they're doing it right now. Damage through the air.
Second down carry for Jones.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that first down marker.
Third down, here's Jones. And he made a bid for midfield there, but stopped at his own side at the 49. A gain of a lone yard, but
Well, Reese is hurt. It's going to be Hood and Jones.
Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside.
That's run by
And he drives
Hood.
this across midfield and down into enemy territory. Give him
It's going to take us
6
to the
on
end of the
pickup,
first.
And that is how our first quarter will.
A win here would really help our
Ready now for the
playoff
second quarter.
chances.
Browns in control of it. They're advancing it well as they face second down. Throwing with a blitz on the way. The screen pass falls incomplete. Well, no luck on his first look of the game. And now they need to get 4 on third down. Trying to throw here out of the gun. That one falls to the turf. Couldn't hang on. It's incomplete. That's one he knows he should have had. And 4th and 4 coming up. Need a conversion. They're throwing for it. Has him on the quick hitter. And he'll go out of bounds close to the 35-yard line. Markers reset. Ball at the 37. 1st and 10. Here's Jones. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Completed to his running back. And he gets down to the 24 before he stopped. A new set of downs awaits him. Here's 1st and 10.
We're going to look for Townsend here.
Back to throw
Yeah, he's
now.
open.
Short pass brought
He'll
in.
get 4.
And he has it down officially to the red zone at the 20.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not
I'm worried
open,
about
he's
how
still
long
a
Reese
target.
is going to
Thanks
be
to that
out, because it's
physicality
going to be a struggle
his
with
ability
that.
to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, just find a way to get him the ball.
Jones
Jones
one
just
on the run. Need more though. That takes him to 3rd and 5.
Jones just doesn't really. I mean, he's more of a power back kind of. Hood doesn't quite have the hands.
A nice pickup of 11
that
there,
Reese
Brock, and they'll
has,
have
but-
1st and goal to figure out.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your
Did
nickel
enough there.
passing
Did
game
enough on that
package
play.
to take advantage of third downs just like that.
And this time they're going to get there, and they drop him. And that sack going to cost them some
He gets
yardage.
sacked there.
Oh, first and goal, you take a sack. I got nothing good to say about that. So let me flip it over on the other side where you got everything good to say. That's exactly what you want to do. You want to get them behind the sticks. You want to knock them backwards. And now you put a whole lot more pressure on that offense to respond.
So now, here's 3rd and goal. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Just
Tried to get it to
before they hit,
Townsend.
but it doesn't matter. It's incomplete. 4th down.
Really
coming
have
up.
the time.
Here's Jake Moody for the field goal. High percentage look for him
We
here.
will
from
take
the
our
left hash.
points.
Moody knocks it through. And that's going to break
Unfortunately,
on
not
time.
able to
Give
get
them a
into the
3-point
end zone
advantage.
there.
I never saw a play
Took
script
the
that
sack
ended with
and
a
that
field
just
goal.
kind of
There
killed
was always a touchdown that you
all of
wanted.
our momentum.
That's 3 points, and it's enough to give them the lead.
And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. The Chiefs are out once again. Their offense led by Patrick
But we'll kick the
Mahomes.
field goal. We'll trust the
And he already has a
defense.
passing touchdown in this game. As you can see, that's what he's done with regularity all year, sitting among the NFL leaders in that category. And not a lot of room for him as he's brought down. He gets a couple on 1st, and they'll come up 2nd and 8. They go play action. It's Mahomes. Pass complete to Wiley. And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down. The end result there, 15 yards and a 1st. From the gun, it's Mahomes.
That one's intercepted by Martin Emerson.
Intercepted. Martin Emerson with the pick. And the Browns take over as he records his 10th career INT.
Well, nickel has really become the base defense for so many teams in the league because the passing game has become so prevalent today. It really makes it so much more difficult to find an open throwing lane. It gives defenses a lot more speed on the back end to step in front of passes just like that.
You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Brock. You know this firsthand. You are throwing into rush hour, and there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field.
Yeah, and a lot of those throws, Kate, you're signing your guy up to take some
Smith with a nice catch there.
to protect your guys. Credit that defense for flying around and making the play.
A big play, 23 yards to move those chains. From the red zone now. Jones reels it in.
Jones showing some nice speed there.
Might be trying to power this across, Brock. They've got 3 tight ends out there. It's 1st and goal. They'll run here with Jones. And they sent it straight ahead, but the front stops him after a gain of 3.
Hey, I get it on 1st and goal, right? A lot of teams like to be conservative and limit risk. Even if a run is stopped short, you still got 2, sometimes 3 downs to play with.
Into the end zone. We got a 2-possession lead here against the Chiefs.
The Browns grow their lead just
There.
before halftime. He would not
Leron
be denied
Jones,
that
the
close to the
touchdown.
end zone, Brock. I think it might have taken 5 or 6 guys tackling him to
Leron.
keep him from diving across
Yo.
the line for 6.
Certainly a second effort touchdown, no question. The backs who become fan favorites, we've seen it through the generations, and they set the curve for their peers, are the ones who just fight through that stop. It will not be denied of a touchdown.
Return starts at the 3.
Okay.
He stopped on the return at the 27.
So honestly here, I would love to be able
1st and 10.
to keep the Chiefs out of the end zone.
Trying to shake off the interception. He's looking to throw. Escapes the pocket. The Chiefs signal for a timeout. That's going to be their 1st. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4.
But we are going to go into the half with a lead pretty much no matter what. So.
Operating from the gun. Here's Mahomes. Throwing the out route complete. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down.
Forcing a field goal here would be really nice. They've got 1 timeout left. I'll have to use one a moment
Here's
ago.
Mahomes. Fits it through the middle. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They'll keep this drive moving and come to the line for 1st and 10. Working inside the red zone. Catch is made in close. And this is down all the way to the 3.
They just took their last time out at the 3-yard line.
This offense in position now. It's 1st and goal. Another throw for Mahomes. Gets it towards the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Oh, that is going to haunt him. A drop touchdown in the end zone. We'll see how good his mental toughness is, if he can move past it quickly and make it impactful.
And they will score. Touchdown, Kansas City. The Chiefs
Touchdown, Kansas City.
Before halftime.
I'm pretty sure we get the ball to start the second half.
That one splits the uprights. And the Chiefs cut it to a field goal game. Ball is set up, and it's away. Just a 3-point game now. We'll bring it
We'll bring this one out. Never know you get a nice return.
Inside the 25.
We'll just run the ball here.
Down to 12 seconds before halftime as they come to the line.
No reason to make a mistake and give up a lead.
They go to the ground to start this one off.
We'll actually call timeout here.
And earn them a new set of downs. Just before halftime, we get a timeout taken. Markers reset, ball at the 37. Putting a receiver in motion. Looking to throw. And this falls incomplete with just 2 seconds remaining.
Perhaps a bit late breaking towards the ball, but still just enough time to get a finger on it and knock it away.
One final shot before halftime. Taking a deep shot here. And he's there to send that one away, incomplete. And I guess we'll follow up with the rest of the NFL after this one ends. We're moving
keep going
right
on
along
inside.
to the start of the second half.
We're going to defend the inside run. That's fine. We'll keep chew clock on. Keep trying to work the clock.
Return coming from the 6. He stopped on the return at the 27. The Browns have the football first to start the third, and here comes their offense. That last touchdown cuts their lead from 10 to 3.
Keep trying to work the clock.
Right here.
If we can score a touchdown here, we'll be in good shape.
To the air now on 1st and 10. Short pass caught by his tight end. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down. It's a pickup of 11. And that gives the Browns a first. Now a give up the middle to Jones. And it took a couple of guys to haul him down there after a gain of just 1.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that pass.
Jones is just not as explosive as
once again,
Rose.
he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. A less than ideal 3rd and 8 here. They're throwing it. That throw's knocked
He got
away,
bumped.
incomplete.
Okay.
4th down coming up.
I guess we'll punt.
Browns are lining up to punt. And we'll see how his debut offering goes.
I guess we're just lucky that wasn't picked off, but
And he's out of bounds. Not the return that he had drawn up. No way. And actually loses yards. The offense returning to the field now as we get a look at their wideouts. They really have the passing game clicking on that last touchdown drive, partner. And we'll see if they stick with that or if they mix things up a bit on this series. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs. They're set up at the 35 now. First down throw, Mahomes.
Mahomes is going down.
They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down.
It's going to bring up a 2nd and 20.
Another try following the sack.
That one's
Arrives
incomplete.
right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
Knocked out of the
Last
hands of the
pass
receiver.
unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. Now it's Mahomes.
It's a screen.
Dumped off to his running back.
They
This
get
one's
some of
brought
it
to a halt
back.
at about the 36-yard line.
don't come anywhere close to a first down.
And he's getting the call for the second time this game. Got 44 yards on his first kick, Brock, and this one looks to be longer.
I'm just going to fair catch this.
He calls for the fair catch and
I will be right back. I'm going to go to the bathroom. Okay, I'm back. Just need to use the bathroom real quick.
We don't get a return out of that punt. And the Browns will go on offense. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Couldn't connect on first. It's 2nd down. From the gun, Jones gets it. And he's going to take this one to the 25 before going down. Only 2 yards on the play, and it brings up 3rd and 8.
We're going to put Townsend on a drag here.
Shotgun snap, looking to throw.
Great decision. He gets it underneath.
And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him.
Jones is struggling.
Up here, 1st and 10. Out of the gun and give to Jones. And he rocks.
As I say that, he makes a really nice play.
Catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down.
We're going to bring in Hood. Give us a little something different here. A little more speed.
And he works it deeper into enemy territory past the 40. Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5. From the 39. Cut out left. And he's brought down at about that 27-yard line.
Again, these backup running backs are just guys we brought in free agency after the season started. Guys who didn't have a team.
And he works his way for a gain of 4.
And they've given us valuable playing.
But I'm going to quote him. Mark Schlereth, 2-time Super Bowl winner, says if you want to run the ball, you got to keep running the ball. And that's a perfect example of it. Don't get tired. Don't get mad at gaining 4 yards. It's a run that can set up even more in the run game.
They have themselves another 1st and 10.
Hood back in the game now.
Right up the gut. And they'll stop him after a short gain to the 13.
He'll get 3.
Give him a few yards on that run. It's 2nd and 7. Back to the well again. And he drives this forward to the 6.
It's the end of the 3rd. We have a 17-14 lead here.
All set
Could
up for
maybe
an
go
insurance
quarterback
score here. It's
last.
1st and goal. And he powers through the
Get
middle
it to
for a
the
gain of
2.
4.
You know, gains that seem a little tougher to get against a front. Gosh, this QB
I don't think
just
we do
makes
anything here but
routine.
keep this ball on
Such
the ground.
effortless running to pick up a handful on that designed run.
Hood into the end
He's in for the
zone.
touchdown. The Browns make it a 9-point advantage. On is Moody for the extra point.
Took a
The point
10-point
after
lead.
splits the uprights. And the Browns make it a 10-point ball game. Out to kick it away. Here's Moody. His return starts at the 5. This return makes it up to the 25. The Chiefs headed back out on offense. Their quarterback returning to the field. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Off the play fake, it's Mahomes. Finds a seam down the middle. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. One play in, and already they're close to midfield. A counter give here to Pacheco. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field.
Hard fought 4 yards
Solid
there for Isaiah
4-yard gain
Pacheco.
there, and now they've got 2nd and 6 coming up. From the 47. This one is hit by a defender and winds up incomplete.
3rd and 6. Big play here in the 2-possession game with 7 minutes to go.
Out of the gun, it's Mahomes. Hauled in by Rice.
I'm going to find Rice there for
We're
the
going to
first
say about
down.
the 37-yard line. And they've got themselves another 1st and 10.
Little screen.
And he's tackled after gaining a handful.
That's what we want. We want him tackled inbounds. Short of the sticks. Make them earn everything.
Couldn't bring it in over the middle, incomplete.
And then you get a play like that and some
Looking
nice
for his
3rd
wide
down.
receiver there. And now they need to get 4 on 3rd down. Again, Mahomes to throw. He has the first over the middle. And they stop him. He's marked down along that 18-yard line.
We're okay with them scoring here. We want them to take as long as possible to try to do it there.
Completes this one to Rice. And nothing doing on that run. Defenders bottle it up quickly.
And again, like a play like that, we'd rather the ball be complete. The clock keeps moving. We get the ball back, we're going to be able to run some clock.
Pass complete to Wiley. And he's going to be taken down near the 8-yard line.
Sometimes you're looking to push the ball down the field. But as I've said before, the crumbs lead to a cookie. And you never go broke taking a profit, and those big tight ends will often find you those easy check down yards.
Complete beyond the marker.
That's a touchdown. We knew the Chiefs were going to score there.
All right, so the offense does its job.
Wiley
Now
with
they need their
touchdown.
defense to give them a chance to overcome that big deficit.
The momentum in the building's clearly changed. We can feel it here in the booth, but you're right. It's now up to the defense to make
But we are a
stop
couple
and
of
give them a
1st downs
chance.
away from putting this game
That
away.
one right down the middle.
Obviously,
And
with
the
4
Chiefs
minutes to
cut
go,
into a
all their
field goal
timeouts, they're
game.
not going to kick an
Always
onside
set
kick.
up and it's away. Just a 3-point game now. This
Put
one's
on the
fielded at
return.
the 40-yard line. And he's brought down just inside the 25 on the return. And Brock, we got a pretty good idea how a lot of the playoff picture is going to shake out, but still some time left for things to change near the end
This
of
is
the
where it
season.
would be nice to have Reese, but
Malone back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
we're just not blocking well. We're not
Offense to the
blocking well
line
for
second
Hood.
down.
Gonna have to put the ball in the air here.
Pass play coming here. Completed
Smith
over the
with a
middle.
catch.
And that will not be enough for a 1st down.
We don't need it to be enough for a 1st down. It was only 2nd.
So now here's 3rd and 5.
3rd and 5 here.
Back to throw it. Has him on the quick hitter.
Hood with the catch. Hood
And
gets the
he'll pick
1st
up
down.
enough to move the chains.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd down. It's a money down. And nice to see them roll.
That'll
the
take
dice
us to the
and continue
2-minute
the
warning.
series.
Only 2 yards, and it brings up 2nd and 8.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together. Get
I
first
don't want to
downs
just run
against
the ball
better
here.
defenses in this league.
I want to get the ball to
8 yards
Townsend
go.
here.
Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. from the 37. Short pass brought in. And he's going to be brought down at the 42. So quickly the defense burns a timeout here. 1:57
We
remaining
could go
in the game.
quarterback last year.
Chiefs in a nickel set for this third down call.
It's going to give us a
And
first
he's
down.
tackled with the first down yardage. No surprises here. Defense quick to stop that clock. We've got 1:53 left in this game. On first down, they'll run. And he gets up for a gain of about 4.
They are now out of
Now whistles
timeouts.
and a timeout taken quickly by the defense. 1:50 left to go. Straight ahead they go with Jones. And he'll take it past the midfield stripe and start the push into Chiefs territory. Chance to move the chains.
First
here on
down
third and
ends the
4.
game. If we don't get it, we can still run the clock pretty low, but
Out of the gun,
they're
they'll
backed
give it to
way
him
up.
inside. And he's able to drive
That's the
this to the
first down. That's the
29
game.
before
We
the
can take a
stop.
knee here.
Victory formation
We're gonna
here.
upset the
Looks like they may
Chiefs.
take a knee on first down.
Get to 9-6.
With the win in hands, they'll take the knee, let this clock run
We're gonna
out.
hope for a loss by the
Nothing
Ravens.
left to do now, Kate, but celebrate on one side and watch on hopelessly from the other. What a hard-fought effort to get to this spot.
A loss by the Ravens would
So to a chorus of bunch
really
from the
help
top
us
down,
out.
The Browns take the win at home. And the sting of losing such a close one the week before, apparently still at the forefront of their
Mahomes
minds.
played
They got out
okay.
there and
Did have a
rebounded
pick.
nicely with a win this week.
No touchdowns, no picks for Ryan Clayton, but managed the game well. Of course, Sharice had 5 for 22, had a touchdown before he left the game. Hood had 10 for 48. Jones had a long at 22, so there's 12 for 57. Maybe a little misleading there. Townsend, Hood. Smith had a few catches. Did have 1 sack in this game. Baron Browning did have an interception. Did have a few tackles for loss. But mostly just played okay enough. And able to get that win. Go man-to-man for Max Melton. Go elusive back for Randall Hood. We do have a new injury. I'm afraid it's Reese. It is. He has a foot fracture. He's going to be out for a little while. We'll get him back at the same time we get Phelps back. So we'll probably be in the playoffs if we get him back at all this season. Bengals are 5-10. I'll be honest here, I don't really want to play another game, but I might just go play offense only for this one. I don't want to play the full game. We'll play offense only. Get through this game kind of quickly. Might do the same thing for the Steelers
It's
game.
week 17 of the NFL.
We'll get the ball to start.
From the 25, they'll go to work. 1st and 10.
And a good start on the ground. He gets 8 on the game's opener. He'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2.
It's going to be a mixture of
Now
Hood
they'll
and
set
Jones
up to
today.
throw. That's caught by Jones out of the backfield.
What an advantage it brings a defense when you have cornerbacks that are such willing tacklers. It just brings an extra element to the ability to defend the entire field. And this is a great example here.
Jones absolutely trucking
First down, up to the 40.
the defender there.
Here's a handoff out of the gun. And he's down on the other side of midfield.
Hood with
At
the
the
run.
48-yard line.
Now Jones
First
back on.
downs to work with. It is first down and 10. Now a handoff. Jones. And a good job following his blockers. A gain of 7. It'll be second down. Now a give up the middle. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage at best. Might have even lost a yard there.
With how fast they were all over that play, you almost wonder, Mike, was there a pre-snap tell? Did they know that play was coming? Because I'll tell you, that defense was on it from the start.
That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by their rookie first-round pick. And he's going to give his offense The drive begins with a carry by Jones. Not much there, maybe a yard. You get a look there at his numbers on the ground from a week ago. Here's 2nd and 9. He'll drop to throw.
If you want to be a top-notch NFL DB, of course, yes, the athleticism is a given. But it's really, you have to be instinctive. The instincts are what allow you to maximize those physical skills. And you saw him on full display right here, leading in the big-time breakup.
And on 3rd down, that ball incomplete. Punting time for the Browns. They're set to kick it away. As he'll take this a yard or 2 into his own end zone. Oh, not the greatest punt. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. A hit as he throws there. It's going to wind up incomplete. The pressure got to him that time, and it'll set up 2nd down. From the 50, he'll set up to throw.
Just so much pressure here.
Hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming, and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
But DK Metcalf on an in route. He's going to break a tackle, get us to
close to that line to gain. They're going to mark him just
4th and inches attempt here.
And now it's 4th down. They'll run for it, and it's Jones. And he's going to have a Browns first down as they get 4 on 4th and inches.
Don't actually have to snap the ball here, but we will.
With Jones. And they will take him down at the 20-yard line. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. On the ground now with Jones. Not much to speak of on that one. Maybe a gain of a yard. It's 2nd down. Now this time they'll look to throw. Metcalf left side. He's got it.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
Now off the bootleg, he'll look to throw here. Quick throw, taken in. And this one blown up. Good surge will drop him. A loss on the play, back to the 9-yard line. Throwing here on 3rd and goal. This caught, and he nearly takes it in, but they're going to say he's short of the goal line. So now it is 4th and goal. They'll try and run.
Jones right up the middle. Of course, the Bengals answer.
The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10.
Might actually look to take a shot to Burke
Back to
here.
throw here to begin the drive. This one intercepted.
What the fuck was that? Just trying to get the ball out there.
Right back to the air following that pick 6. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down.
You see so many teams wait till 3rd down to execute their screen game, but I like in this case the play caller changes things up. He uses the screen game on 1st down, which will have an effect on this pass rush going forward. How aggressive do they want to get after the quarterback? Because they got that screenplay still in the back of their head.
On the give, it's Jones. And he finds a little bit of space. He'll take this forward for a gain of 4. Here's a 2nd and 6. Again, it's Jones.
Jones with a big run. Jones is going to take it in for a touchdown. And of course, the Bengals score with 6 seconds left in the half.
Right away, they'll set up to throw. Taking a shot downfield for Smith. That's going to be incomplete. They took a shot on the final play. Prayer not answered. And that is how this 1st half will come to an end.
Get the ball at 38 here. Need to tie this game up.
They'll begin here on the ground. And he's
Good with a nice run.
Right at midfield. They're trying to work quickly here and put the pressure on the defense. Taking a shot downfield.
Smith with a catch. Smith into the end zone.
All the way. Touchdown, Cleveland.
It's going to tie the game, and we're going to get the ball back.
They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. And he'll work ahead for about 5 to the 25.
And he just continues to chew
Leron
off
Jones.
more yardage with every single carry, and you can see
Having a pretty good game
for
here.
as strong as he was in the 1st half, it almost looks like he's gotten even stronger now here in the 2nd.
And he'll be brought down past the 30. That is good enough to move the chains. 1st down. He'll look to throw. Taking a shot downfield for Smith.
It's his ability to change direction. He's able to go from his back pedal to then driving that route fast enough that he gets to the ball immediately as it arrives, and he's able to knock it down.
And a good run there on 2nd down. A pickup of 7. It'll bring up 3rd and 3. And his fine afternoon on the ground continues. The last run going to put him up over 100 yards for this one. To try and run for the 1st down with Jones.
They're just going to go inside zone here on 4th and 1.
They're going to line up and go for it on 4th down. He's
Jones
gonna
gets
pick up the
enough.
Browns' first down. They managed to convert. That'll keep the drive alive. On the handoff, Jones. And he'll get about 6 there, setting up second down. Up the middle, here's Jones. He'll manage only about 3, so it will bring up third down. Here's Jones. He is going to have a Browns first down. At least it appears that way. He got it maybe by the length of the football.
Now we're going chew clock.
This is Jones. And that's the way you want to run it on first down. A gain of 7. Second down and 3. They run straight ahead with Jones. And nothing on that one. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it. They'll empty out the backfield and line up for third and 3.
Townsend.
He's got his man right side. It's complete. It's a gain of 10 yards. It's a Browns first down. Going back in the backfield. He'll get the carry here. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line.
Jones is hurt, so now we just have Hood.
They'll stay on the ground.
If Jones is out for any significant time, we may
Of 7 on first down.
have to look to pick up another running back in free agency again. We're going to run this to the end of the third.
So here's second and 3 to go.
Gotta have a touchdown. And then hope in simulation that our defense can get a stop.
And he'll be close to a first down. A gain of a couple as they mark him just short. They have converted twice on third down on this drive, and they need a yard here with third and 1. And they're going to have enough to convert here, and it sets up first and goal. Here's a
Wide open for Ryan Clayton.
and he will take it in himself. Touchdown, Browns.
Unfortunately, though, the Bengals tie the game.
His drive will start on the ground, and he'll get 2 on this one before being taken down.
We're down to McMillan at running
Hook 'em up
back.
on a second down and 8. Back to throw. In trouble, and down he goes.
Defense came out in a soft zone, and I think it caught the quarterback a little off guard. He was trying to attack them downfield. By the time he was able to get through his progression to his check down, he ran out of time, and that's all the pass rush needed to get into the backfield and bring him down.
We're going to go for this on 4th and 5.
Pressure or sit back on 4th
I think we
and
can
5.
get 5 yards here.
That's
It's
taken
Townsend.
in, and he's got the first down. Well done there as they pick up a 4th and 5. He'll be hit as he throws, and that one will wind up incomplete. Could not step into the throw that time. It'll bring up second down. They'll look to throw yet again. They'll try to hit him with a screen. And he is out of bounds, but not until he's inside the 40-yard line. Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts left. It's 1st and 10. Short pass taken in by the tight end.
I think it's clear, Mike. I think they have their sights set on winning this game in regulation. I don't think overtime is even in the picture. They are trying to be aggressive, continue to move this ball down. Can they find a way to pull this game off here late in the fourth quarter?
Here's a big one. This third down. They'll keep it on the ground. And he's going to be brought down.
McMillan gonna get
on
enough
that
for a
yellow
first.
line with the
That's
official
gonna
signal. He's got enough for the
make
first
the
down.
Bengals use another timeout there.
They'll stick to the ground. So now the Bengals use their third and final timeout. And they'll get
I'd like to
together
get this a
prior to
little
the
bit closer
second
for the
down
field
play.
goal.
They'll run. And
They're
he's
not
gonna be
allowing
swallowed up
anything.
Again. Back-to-back runs, back-to-back losses. Now it is third down.
We're gonna run the clock all the way down. We're gonna call timeout.
They'll run here. So, Jake Moody on in this big situation. This a potential game winner. The Browns going to use the first of their timeouts here. So, Jake Moody on in this big situation. This to win the game. This kick is
Field goal is good. We're gonna win the
good.
game.
And it's
We're gonna go to 10 and
celebration
6.
time. A walk-off victory on the game's final.
Might do the same thing for the Steelers game. We're probably gonna have to pick up a couple of running backs in free agency. We have one new injury. It's Jones. Jones has got a foot fracture. Let's check out the playoff picture. We're 10 and 6. We've moved up to third. Ravens have fallen to 8 and 8. So we're pretty much guaranteed to make the playoffs. We're going to be at least the division winner. We've clinched the division. We're going to need some running backs. Travis Etienne is here. So sign Travis Etienne to the active roster. And we're going to sign Jarvis Alexander, who's a power back. And then we're going to sign Dave Drummond. We might need all of these guys. We might not. We are going to have to cut 2 players. Once again, we're just going to go play all offense. We're going to try to get through this game, this last game quickly. Just so we can get into the playoffs. And I will probably do the playoffs the next stream.
It's the
We'll go
NFL
play
on EA
offense,
Sports.
see how this goes.
Now they can breathe a little easier, some room to operate as they've got it 1st and 10 now out past the 20. And they'll get to him quickly here as he'll get a yard.
We didn't put the new running backs in the depth chart.
The 22. But Charles, as we've covered, they've already clinched their spot in the postseason, so now they just want to avoid adding any additional names to this list before the postseason begins.
Terrific observation, because trying to move up a spot, I don't know if it's worth it if you're trying to play guys who aren't quite right. Get them healthy, get ready for the playoffs, make your move then.
Try to go play action there, didn't really work.
Incomplete. The Browns send out their punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away.
Get the ball back.
About to get started. And a 3 and out on that first drive. We'll see if they can do better here.
They should have a better opportunity because the nerves should be settled now. That first series, everybody goes out with a little extra emotion. So now they get a chance to go back out and say, okay, now we're into the game. Let's go play and play as best we can.
You almost get a mulligan then on that first drive?
Sometimes it absolutely serves that way. You get a second opportunity. Nothing big happened. But then again, you didn't commit any mistakes either. Off you go.
And he's got his man in stride, complete. They showed off a nice juke of the defender before the next wave could bring him down. 2nd down and 3. Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver. Into space at the 45. And he'll go out of bounds, it appears, right at the 45. First catch for him on the afternoon, and it results in a first down. Off play action. Clayton. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Townsend.
Got Townsend deep there.
This one all the way down inside the 20. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Straight ahead, Etienne.
Travis Etienne into the end zone. Might have been a really good addition to this team. Hopefully.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Throwing to start the drive. Clayton. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
The good signal callers would never go back in the huddle and play the blame game because they need those guys to protect him. But on that last one, his offensive line, they lost their leverage very quickly, and that's why they were able to get to him and hit him as he tried to throw the football.
Smith with a nice catch there.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. They run here with Hood. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8.
But he's going to get 8.
Now a 2nd and 2. Running out of the gun with Etienne. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first. Back to throw. Clayton. On this one, incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down. Etienne up the middle. And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35. Pretty good little two-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
On
On third down, he'll drop to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. And this is good. It was one.
Field goal's good.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. And the ball backed way up. So thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
Just need a yard here. 2nd and 1.
Looking to throw. Clayton. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock.
Well, he certainly thought he had a window to push that ball downfield, but as soon as he released the throw, the corner was there to slam that window shut.
The final shot before break. Clayton. He's going to throw one up for the end zone. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Hey, we get it. No time to waste. Playoffs starting next week. We skip right over halftime and get back to the action.
And get the ball to start the second half. Here,
The Browns drive about to get started.
Well, the first half, very even. I mean, really, in all facets, this ball game tied, Charles. So as we start the third quarter, curious to see what the second half brings us.
Certainly am. I'm with you on that one, and we all know a lot of coaches from the NFL all the way down to the Pee-wee level. They love to spin it to their teams. Hey, we're starting a brand new, shorter ball game. It's all even. Let's go out and seize it. This is ours.
Now a play fake here on first down. And this one is incomplete.
This has certainly been a physical game so far. Limited scoring opportunities for both sides. And there's another chance that goes unfulfilled.
A shotgun snap and a give the
playoff spot not on the line here, but
maybe a yard up to the
of course seeding
the terrible towels in
could come into play.
Now as the Steelers get set to defend this 3rd and long.
It's going to be knocked away and incomplete. The Browns send out their punter now as he'll punt it away for the second time. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. And they won't get a chance to bring this one back. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old-school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. So the screen good for only 2. Now it's 3rd down.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
And he will have a first down here at about the 40. And now timeout is whistled as it appears there's a Brown shaken up on the play.
On 1st and 10, it's Etienne.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. This is Hood on the ground.
And some pretty strong running there as he'll take this across the 50 and down to the 44. 13 yards to pick up there. Good for a Cleveland first.
Will
Operating out of
Smith's hurt
Steeler
again.
territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43. From the 43, here's a 2nd down and 9. ETN once more. Back-to-back 1-yard runs here, so that leaves him with a 3rd down and 8. Now the terrible towels in full force now as the Steelers get set to defend this 3rd and long. Throw left side complete. That's Townsend. And they're going to have themselves another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 31-yard line. Operating from the gun. Clayton. He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
That's a pick 6. That's my fault. That is completely my fault.
The Browns drive about to get started. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football.
And then we're throwing a sack pick.
Intercepted. Picked up. Now ETN to start the drive. And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. Now 2nd and 9. A first throw for the backup Wilson. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball.
Stop fade for DK Metcalf. Touchdown. It's going to tie the game. Steelers come down, kick a field goal.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. And now they find themselves trailing following the field goal. Still a good
I didn't see anything open there.
But this drive very well could determine the outcome of this ball game.
Wasn't really ready to throw there.
But you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Hit as he throws there.
Wanted to get it to Smith.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop.
There's Smith on the fade. Smith into the end zone. Did we score too quick, but Smith is in the zone, though. Maybe we can hit him here. Zach Wilson into the game, though. Zach Wilson's going to throw a pick.
Sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted.
And that's going to do it. We're going to lose to the Steelers. But we have made the playoffs, so. Should I have jumped in and played defense on that last drive? Probably. Probably. Who are we going to have in the playoffs, though? It's going to be the Chiefs again. Oh, my. 4 and 5, yep. We dropped below the Dolphins. We had success against the Chiefs, though. So I'm not really too upset about that. If we can beat the Chiefs, we'll get Reese, Phelps, and Jones back. Not going to play this game right now. Hood is in there. At the end. I actually want Drummond to be the back. I want LeBlanc over Ford. do have Robertson back. I'm gonna have to do something different at safety though, because for this game, they're 11-6. We're 10-7. We're gonna host though. We're gonna host this playoff game because we won the division. So I think that's gonna do it for this stream.